Ole, welcome back to the show. Today is May 28th and it's 8:30. You're locked into the Checkin Habs, your up-and-coming Montreal Canadiens hockey podcast. If you bleed bleu, blanc et rouge, you're in the right place. This is where we break down current topics on the most legendary franchise in NHL history, your Montreal Canadiens. We're talking game recaps, player performances, trade rumors, prospect updates, lineup debates, and everything happening around the league that impacts the Habs. We stream live every Thursday at 8:30, so make sure you subscribe, follow, and turn on notifications so you never miss a drop. In the owner's suite, you have yours truly, Mr. Brian. Hello, everybody. And let's introduce tonight's starting line. We're missing two. We're coming a little late, but we'll start off with who's here now.
We're shorthanded.
Playing shorthanded tonight.
Yeah.
And we got a new guy. He's a rookie.
Yeah.
And we got Pascal. Say hi, Pascal.
Hey, hi, everybody. Thank you for having me. Much appreciated. Thank you.
And also we have the OG. We got Tony.
What's up, everybody?
All right, Habs Nation. Did I unlock? All right, Habs Nation. Let's check in with the Habs. All right, let's pull out tonight's. All right, everybody. I see we got 6 people watching us live. Wow.
Hi, everybody in the chat.
Hey, everybody in the chat.
All right, guys, don't be shy in the chat. If you have anything to say or any questions, just rip it up in the chat, and we'll do our best to answer it. All right, tonight's topics. Let's start off with topic number 1. All right, let me get myself organized over here. All right. Okay, we're going to do a little recap of game 2, 3, and 4. How did the momentum turning points and overall flow of game 2, 3, and 4 shape the direction of the Eastern Conference Final Series? After a strong and convincing performance in game 1, the tone of the matchup shifted as the series progressed. The games that followed highlighted how quickly momentum can change when one team adjusts its structure and execution. After examining all round 3 games so far, how did each side respond as the battles intensified? Who wants to start with this one?
Well, Montreal came out strong, right? It was surprising because
game 1, yeah.
They came out 2 previous series, finishing playing 2 game 7s. And they played right after, where Carolina had 11 days off, 12 days off.
Yeah, 12 days off.
We were expecting Carolina to be energized and pumped, and Montreal to be flat, but that wasn't the case.
It's complete the other way around. Well, yeah. The first 30 seconds, it seemed like that.
Well, game 1 of round 3 and game 4 of was it? Was it game? No, game 6. Was it game 6 of Tampa?
Got blown out.
No, game 6 of round 1 where they lost to Tampa. Those are the 2 best games of the playoffs for Montreal. They played a perfect game. They lost the game 6 against Tampa, and they won game 1 against Carolina. Now, the thing is, it's normal. They're feeling each other out. Carolina adjusted, right? And they came out strong in game 2. But game 3, Montreal tried to adjust, but it wasn't the case. And we saw also the results again in game 4. So games 2, 3, and 4 were the same results. Different. The first 2 games were in overtime, but yesterday was a total blowout. So Montreal adjusting to the adjustments, if you want to put it that way. What do you think, Pascal?
I think I agree with you. If I'm looking at the outcome of game 2, 3, and 4, the fact that Montreal got outshot, like on the 3 games, it was pretty insane. It's pretty tough to win a game.
But just not shut out, like shut out significantly.
Yeah. That was literally, when like they tripled the shots and they were doubling Montreal on each and every game. So it's very hard to win games when you're outshot like this. And not only that, if you look at the games, they played a total of 4 games, so 12 periods. Okay. In my book, in my opinion, out of 12 periods, 11 periods out of 12, Montreal was dominated. That's my personal point of view.
In round 3?
In round 3.
Yeah, I agree.
As soon as Montreal started the first game, first period, we scored and everything was good. But you know what? We all knew that Carolina was rusty. Afterwards, Carolina started to press. They started to skate. They started to adjust. And it started to make a difference. We won the first game, granted. But afterwards, game 2, it was a different ball game. Everything was completely set in a different way. We were outskated. They were physical. We couldn't win the battles on the boards. And offensively, we just couldn't shoot. So, at one point, if you don't shut the puck, how do you want to win a game?
Yeah. I think there's more to it than just Carolina did adjust, but I think it was more their type of forechecking. They're very heavy on swarming you. And if you notice, it's a type of how do I put this? Because I don't want to say it's a trap, but it's a modified trap. Not like New Jersey used to do in the 90s, where it's very defensive and boring, but it's a modified offensive trap. They actually swarm you in the zone. It was mostly the neutral zone, but yesterday they were dominating in all 3 zones. If you look, Montreal had total control in their zone. Total control, and they weren't able to get the puck out of the zone. They would lose it. They would trap you. Montreal had, and in the first game, they were able to utilize their speed because Carolina was off their game. But as soon as they adjusted, their trap game, their forecheck is dominating the play. So I think it's more about the trap forecheck that they're playing. It's for me, I see a modified trap there. It's an offensive trap. That's what's blocking them, because Montreal is a quicker team. If they use their speedy forecheck, Montreal should be able to have the space like they did in Game 1 to score, but they're not. And what they needed to do is stop, like you mentioned off air. Instead of doing that slingshot, it's not you're not infiltrating and you're not breaking the wall. Dump and chase. What's wrong with dumping and chasing when you need to do it? You need to get into the zone. I know you don't have big forwards to run to the boards and crush the boards, but once you have get the puck over there, Montreal is skilled enough to be able to play on the boards and start cycling. They're very good at cycling.
Exactly.
But you have to try something,
And I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Do you feel...
Pascal, we're going to come back. I just want who snuck in over here.
Oh, yeah.
We got 2. Now we're back 5-on-5. We're playing short-handed there for a bit.
The power play's over.
Exactly. We're able to make it short-handed.
So, Manny, I'm going to go. Manny just snuck in over here.
What's up?
Hey, Manny.
Manny, just adjust your camera a bit so you're in the center. Or I'll do it.
I heard the Habs needed some help here, so we brought some Bruin fans. We came along. There we go. We'll give you guys some help in defense.
Pat, the iPad.
What's up, boys? Good to be here. Sorry, I was a little late. I was running a little late.
Just don't do it again.
Yeah, me too, sir.
It's all good.
You, it doesn't matter.
Finish work late.
Pat, you were saying?
Yeah, my question to you guys is the following. Like, I feel like Carolina is a team that is playing more north-south. Like, as soon as they have the puck right away, it's a breakout, it's a long pass, and they just outskate Montreal going in deep in the zone, and then they just cycle the puck, and then they go on the board. Unlike Montreal, is an east-west, like, they always pass the puck from D to D, they come back in the zone, and then afterwards they get caught, turnover, and then we start going on the boards. So my question to you guys is, like, do you feel like Montreal is not a north-south team compared to Carolina, where the breakout is extremely, like, fast, and they go out extremely fast and deep, and then they just dump the puck and they just go get the puck? Your thoughts?
I don't think so, because I think Montreal does play a north-south game, especially with the type of they just can't get it going round 3. But yeah, I think it's just the style that Carolina's playing, because Montreal are able to contain them in the defensive zone. Just that when they get control, Carolina's forecheck again is just dominating and is getting turnovers, and it's the turnovers that Carolina's is creating that's creating those scoring chances.
They're capitalizing on those turnovers.
If you compare Carolina's offensive structure to Tampa Bay and Buffalo, it's not as dominant as Buffalo and Tampa Bay. They're generating their chances off of the turnovers due to their aggressive forechecking. That's where I see it. And Montreal's trying to continue to play that north-south game, but they're not able to break that wall. That's where I think they're losing out.
I agree.
No?
It's the first rounds. We saw a lot of north and south, but to give it to you in the third round, yeah, there is a lot more east-west. They can't break that wall.
Exactly.
I mean, we're going to repeat all the same thing here, but I don't know how much you guys covered, but Carolina is very strong on that wall, on that blue line.
Definitely.
And I'm noticing that their guys are sticking so close to the defensemen so that anytime they want to break out that, sorry, not their defensemen, the forwards, so anytime they break out that pass, they're stuck on them, so they got a quick turnover. And compared to the first rounds, we're seeing a lot of more turnovers from Montreal compared. So we're sitting. That's why we're seeing a lot less of the complete north-south passes going on.
To add to your point, I don't know if you were here when I was mentioning it to Brian and Pascal, but for me, it's a modified trap. It looks like a modified trap, which is containing. Before it was just a neutral zone, but yesterday it was all three zones.
All three
Yesterday.
Well, you know what I noticed, especially the last two games, was a lot of icing from Montreal.
Yeah.
And to me, that just proves that they're just overwhelmed in their zone, and they're just trying to they're panicking and getting the puck out of there. So
could be fatigue too. I mean,
and
a
fatigue too,
lot of
so-
icing comes from like signs of fatigue. If you're noticing, a lot of the ice times of when they're in the defensive zone, a lot of the guys, they're trying to get off. They're trying to get line changes, and they can't. They're doing 45-second, 1 minute shifts, a minute and a half sometimes, and it's way too long. Maybe for Hudson, but not for all of them. These guys are stuck in their zone, and that's the problem, is that you're seeing these icings because they're trying to clear that puck just to get a nice a change-up.
you got a breather.
I think fatigue is a factor, but I don't think it's physical fatigue. They're the youngest team in the league. The fatigue is mental fatigue. Mm-hmm. They're mentally drained, and and it's okay, because for the type of team that they are, where they were this year was unexpected. This was a good learning point. I was mentioning this off air. I go, some teams don't even make it to the playoffs to know what they need. Some teams who make it to the playoffs don't get by the first round. These guys got through 3 rounds. This is so good for not only for the team, for the coaching staff, for management, to actually assess what's the missing elements for them to go even further than what they did. Because they did great. Nobody expected them to, except for me, because I said they would go to the East.
Oh, shut up.
I told you too, though. At the beginning of the year. I was like,
The only reason I said it, not because I believed in Montreal, it was just the way I knew the playoffs was being structured. They were playing the most difficult team in round 1. So I knew whoever wins round 1, I said it, if it's Tampa or Montreal, they're going to the Eastern Finals for sure. And that's what happened, right?
Yep.
Can you guys tell me if Montreal gassed out, or if Carolina is playing such a great game that they're just pocketing Montreal and they just can't make it?
They're playing, and guys, correct me if I'm wrong, they're being coached fantastic. I'm not saying Martin St. Louis is not doing a good job, but they're executing what they need to do better than Montreal. So they're playing their game better than Montreal's game. That's all they're doing. And they've been doing it consistently all year, right?
they have a more experienced team too, right? Carolina.
That's a good point too. That's a very good point.
I totally agree with you. Carolina right now, like, go for it.
No, go ahead.
Okay,
that was my thing.
So the thing is that, we need to also take into consideration that Carolina, like in the past 4 or 5 years, made it to the Final Four, always lost. So at one point when you constantly lose, it's the assessment that they got while they were getting there, noticing what they were missing, and putting the missing pieces in order for them to make it and pass the Final Four.
I agree.
And Montreal right now, what they're doing is that the assessment that you just stated is a rebuild right now. So right now what they're doing is they're going to do the exact same thing that Carolina did 3-4 years ago when they lost in the Final Four, and they were trying to figure out why. And you know what? They didn't get rid of Rob Brandamore because they had faith in their coach, just like Montreal has faith in Martin St. Louis. And I would think that Martin St. Louis is going to be there for the next 2-3 years.
What's so frustrating is that they're playing a goalie that's the least of my worries compared to the other 2 rounds, and they're not getting any shots on it. Because if they would get shots on, for me, he's not a top tier goalie. He's more of a middle to mediocre goalie.
You're right. If anything, that's their weak point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So if you could just generate some shots, we would get goals in, and maybe momentum would switch. Carolina would have to adjust too, but they're not getting any shots. Carolina's playing a great forechecking game.
Yeah,
that's
their
what it
defense is insane.
Yeah, because the advantage was all us in goal tip.
Yeah, not to mention their PK. The penalty killing is crazy. They're insane.
Yeah.
And the thing is that when you look at the wall at the blue line, and you said it prior, I don't understand why Montreal they don't just dump the puck. At least I'm not saying do it like often, but do it once in a while. Just change the momentum.
Yeah.
Just go.
Get them off guard.
Exactly.
Change the pace.
Exactly. You change the pace. You dump the puck. You have the winger that goes in like in deep. Like quick, and then afterwards, you chase the puck. But if ever you always do the slingshot, like everybody knows that Suzuki's going to take the puck. Everybody knows Suzuki's going to take the puck, or Hudson, and then they're trying to break the wall, but they just can't go it. They can't go in.
They've become predictable, basically.
Exactly. And hockey, if you're predictable, they're going to know it. They're professional players. They know.
They watch the footage, they watch the replays,
Oh,
and
definitely.
they're
Yeah.
prepared.
Man, Carolina adjusted that game too. That's to come back to Tony's point. That's why we see what St. Louis did and get in the round 1, round 2 against Tampa and Buffalo. St. Louis was the best coach.
Yeah.
We were all throwing flowers at him. The way he adjusted so well, because their first games we were losing, and then we adjust and we come back. Carolina did that. The Habs on this round.
Exactly.
They adjusted so well, and they've stayed on it. Like Tony said, the word was consistently. They stayed on them, and they haven't changed their pace. And now Canadians are stuck with they got to change their game plan.
Exactly.
Going down 3 games to 1.
So that's one of our topics. Let's not talk about the adjustments needed
Exactly.
to make.
Carolina's probably going to make it through the next round. If they do, they're not winning against Vegas. That's for sure. Just because of their style. I think if Montreal or like a team like Buffalo would have made it to the finals, we had a better chance against Vegas than Colorado. Colorado, if they were in the finals, but Colorado dropped the ball there because of injuries.
Well, let's talk about that a bit. Isn't that amazing? Fucking cleaned out the
That freaked
Avalanche,
me
man.
out.
Isn't that amazing?
I did not think that was going to
They
happen.
were hurt. They were injured.
exactly.
They didn't play.
Makar
was hurt.
Even
McKinnon was hurt.
got hurt.
You saw it. To get blown out. I'm not taking anything away from Vegas, but I go. If Montreal can get to the finals, they had a chance. Versus Colorado, Montreal would have lost hands down.
You think they have more of a chance against Vegas?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Colorado, the powerhouse, the way they're built.
Yeah.
They're too strong. Yeah. No, if you guys don't agree.
No, I agree. I think it would have been a healthy Colorado team would have been a much. Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Okay, a healthy Colorado.
But that's the
team,
only reason they lost.
Yeah.
Even if Vegas played
Vegas is playing
the way they did.
Yeah.
A healthy Colorado team,
away
even
from
though they
Vegas.
lost, they would have given up a bit more of a fight. For them to lose like that,
Yeah,
come on.
4 straight.
They were finished.
They could have brought it to 6, maybe 7 if they were a healthy Colorado team.
Yeah.
But yeah, Vegas, we can't take anything. They're a killer team too, Vegas.
Yeah.
Just to bounce back to what Pascal said, he was talking 2-3 years now. Carolina's in the making. I'm thinking the Habs are at the beginning of this run right now.
Yeah.
And coming this far, I don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow night. But if it's the end of the train, it's just the end of the train this year.
Yeah.
And if anything, they're going to come back stronger than Carolina did their second year.
For sure.
They have a really big boost. And what they got, the confidence that they got and the experience, the knowledge that these young players have. We said it in the regular season, that after the trade deadline, we were like, this team's going to be hot the next 4 years. All those contract signings, those young players, it's
Next four.
The next 4 or 5. No, but I'm just saying, we see the Stanley Cup run. We didn't think it was going to be this year, this close.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's a very good point that teams take this experience. They go 2-3 years. Canadians are coming back the next 2-3 years. They're going to be coming back whether they win or they don't. But they're going to come back with more knowledge, more power, more everything. It's just it's the experience. It's
They
insane.
say you learn more in failure than success, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So-
Absolutely.
Well, if you look back at the Stanley Cup winners, you look at Detroit. How many years did they lose before they won the cup?
Absolutely.
How many years did Tampa? You remember that loss against Columbus, the swipe 4 games to none?
Yeah.
And then afterwards, they said, okay, we're going to fire the coach and everything. They didn't. They kept the faith. And then afterwards, again, they won the cup.
Yep.
So you need to,
You're
unfortunately.
talking about when Tortorella was there?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you need to suffer first.
You have to suffer.
And then afterwards, you learn your build and you add the missing pieces, and then you go to war, and then and just like Carolina did, and just like Tampa Bay, even Colorado, they how many years did McKinnon waited? How many years did Ovechkin waited? He waited a long time.
Yeah.
Ovechkin
waited
it's
a long time.
Everybody was saying like Ovechkin didn't win the cup. He's not a top player, and all of a sudden he wins the cup because he understood he needed to play defensively, and they just
good point.
Some of those guys needed to mature, like Carlson, and a lot of those guys. They really needed
and even
to,
Ovechkin. Even Ovechkin needed to mature because he didn't play defense well,
That's right.
So
he didn't play defense at all.
He didn't
exactly. He was like when your controller goes off. It's like there's a turnover and the controller just battery dies and he just floats away.
Exactly. But when you have a 50-goal score, what are you going to do? You're going to tell him play D?
No. He's the guy, right? He asks for the puck, you give him the puck.
Definitely.
So.
But you got it, like what you were saying. You got to hand it to Torts too, man. He turned around that Tampa team, and now he turned around that Vegas team.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yep.
And not everybody was agreeing with that like selection.
They were in first place.
Exactly.
They fell down to third place. They got scared and they fired the coach.
Wait. I don't think he turned around that Vegas team. They were better than their record. They were still on the top in the Western Conference. They were just struggling with the goaltending and defense. But he just came in there just to implement a little bit more structure. But
he pulled out the whip.
But I don't think he turned anything around. He came in the playoffs. Like let's.
I came at the end of the season, no?
Yeah, but
mid-season.
Bruce Cassidy didn't. It's not like he didn't know what he was doing. He must have lost the room or something. But I give more credit to the team than to I'm not trying to take anything away from Tortorella, but let's not make him like he's the answer to why.
I wouldn't feel like that either.
No, come on.
I mean, I like Torts.
Yeah, me too. I like him, but I don't think he was
depends. Either you like him or you don't like him. I like him. He's the type of guy. He's the type of guy that he's honest and he just says the real thing. And people don't like it. If the player's not playing well, he's gonna say it. He's not gonna sugarcoat it. And I think that he's like some people are able to handle the truth right in their faces. Some people can't. And he's the type of coach that. He's like transparent and he just says what he has to say wherever he is and he doesn't care. And you know what? For me, that's a coach that, I don't agree with you, Tony, because if ever this guy comes in and you think that because they changed the coach and all of a sudden the team decided to play because he lost the room. Like he had to do something. He had to put a structure in order for Vegas to start.
No, but I'm not saying together. Vegas wasn't like faltering. They weren't.
I don't think Cassidy's system would have brought them as far as
definitely
system.
not.
Yeah.
That's why I'm giving props to Torts, man.
Yeah.
I know you're not, but I am.
I'm not trying to take. I'm just saying he's not the the main reason. Like he helped restructure, but it's not because he's not like the savior. The team was still a good team before he came in. That's what I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you're right. The thing is that with that change and a new structure, a new way, and we all know Torts has a lot of experience. Obviously, he won the cup. Like I said, you like him or you don't.
Yeah,
it's a miss.
No, I don't hate him. I think I love him as a coach. I was just trying to make a point that I still think Vegas had a good team.
They did, but they had a good team with Cassidy, and they were starting to, right? So that's why I'm giving my props to Torts.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Pascal, you got a little love message over here from the chat.
Ooh.
Pascal brings good perspective, knows his hockey from Sean. A message from Sean. Mike Dubicki, looking good, boys. Thank you. We know that. Tell us something we don't know. And all right, is that it for recap? Any closing statements, or we're good?
No, I think we're good.
You
good? What's up?
Anything about today? What happened?
R.I.P.
Well, we could, but the reason I wouldn't.
Okay, so let's just say it first that we all know the passing of Claude Lemieux today, which is shocking because we saw him 3-4 days ago.
Yeah, Monday.
He hoisted
3 days ago.
Yeah.
3 days ago, he hoisted the
torch,
the flame, the torch at Game 3, and it's shocking that he passed away. at first it was didn't disclose the how he died, and now there's TMZ saying that it was a suicide, and his son came in and found him behind they have a furniture company or something like that.
Yeah, but let's just wait until it officially comes out.
Exactly.
The TMZ, I don't know how viable that is. So
Yeah, but if ever we go back to how
Well, they were correct about my sex tape. They were on the ball about my sex tape.
so
But,
the
yeah, let's see what the truth is there. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a shocking. Like seriously, it is. It's not like this guy.
He was
It's not like
6
it
years
appeared
old.
out of nowhere. He was there. He was there. Freaking
yeah.
3 days ago, man.
Yeah, he was there 3 days ago, but he was also there when the teams won the cup. And I can tell
Yeah.
you, I've seen him played in '86 because I'm much older than you guys, obviously. And
Well, we're alive.
Yeah, that's yeah.
We're 4 years old,
Yeah.
but we're alive.
But the thing is that Claude Lemieux was such a clutch player in the playoffs. He was just outstanding.
Yeah.
Like you did not want to play against him because he was a pest. When he played against New Jersey, he won the cup, and then afterwards he went to Avalanche, played against Detroit. Of course, there was the incident with Draper, and but he was just a warrior. He was just a warrior.
It's amazing how every time they talk about Claude Lemieux, it's always about the playoffs. The player, like, was he like absent during the league during the regular season?
got
Got
four
signed during the playoffs.
sometimes he wouldn't put up the numbers that he. But
Yeah.
when it came to the playoffs,
He
was.
No,
he was a rookie with Montreal
Yeah.
that year, and
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
their leading point getter, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken. Like everybody talks about Patrick Roy, yeah, Patrick Roy. Patrick Roy wouldn't have won the Conn Smythe if he didn't score that goal in
yeah,
overtime
exactly.
against the Whalers,
like
right?
That back, yeah, that
Yeah,
backhand,
you know, so
that
like a
backhand
lot
shot.
of credit has to be given to Claude Lemieux.
Exactly.
You know,
But what a player, and it's such a sad news. Like I was shocked today, obviously, because we see him like carrying the torch, and all of a sudden you see him like somebody tells me, goes, "Hey, you know what? Claude Lemieux passed." I'm like, "Come on, you're kidding me! It must be a." But then right away, I wanted
Joke
to,
or online.
yeah, exactly. So you know how it is. Like sometimes everything pops out, it's a joke, whatever, and no, it was like it was true. So. Like, of course, we offer our condolences to his family and all his friends, but it's very sad. But what a player. What a player.
Awesome player. 4 Stanley Cups.
4 different teams, right?
yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
it is. That's crazy.
yeah, that's insane, you know.
It's like wherever he goes, he's a winner.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know one that goes everywhere, and he goes in the finals, and he doesn't win the cup, which is Corey Perry.
Corey,
So
I was going to say.
as
Corey
soon as-
Perry. He's a jinx.
Yeah, exactly.
I wanted an Anaheim.
He's like
As soon as he comes in the team, you know you're not going to win the cup. Like
he's like the NHL Village Bicycle.
There was
Everyone's
even,
got a ride.
what was his name? Marion Hossa, I think.
Oh,
when
yeah.
he would switch back from Pittsburgh to Detroit, he would
yeah.
switch over, and then the other
Chicago.
team would beat
Exactly.
him.
He won with
Chicago,
Yeah, he
though.
won it with Chicago.
yeah, but he
Hossa.
finally won the
He
cup.
won, yeah.
But I remember, like,
He went back and forth.
even Crosby, when he shook his hand,
Yeah.
told him, he goes, "I told you not to leave." Yeah, and he was right. But you know what? He ended up winning the cup.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he ended up getting.
amazing player too, Mario Nosa.
Marion Hossa.
What
Great
a
player.
skilled player. Yeah.
Oh, just a moment for Claude. That's
A little moment of silence. All right. You will be missed.
That's
Sean
pretty
Monday
sad.
says 3 different teams. Claude, Habs.
Habs too.
No, it's
Right?
3
Yeah.
times with the Habs.
In 93.
In '93, was he there?
In 86, he was there.
'86 was there.
Yeah,
93
New
was not there.
Jersey,
He was not there. in 93.
Colorado.
He won 4 cups with 3 teams. No,
I thought it was 4 teams. Twice with the Habs. He was there in
Yeah.
93 too.
I see
Okay.
everybody.
No, he won once with the Habs. 93 was not there. He won with Montreal, New Jersey, and I think twice with Colorado.
with Colorado.
He did not win twice with Montreal. I'm pretty sure about that.
Yeah, they won against Detroit, if I'm not mistaken.
Or is it
and
2 times with New Jersey? I think he won. I think it was 2 times with New Jersey when Brodeur was there.
Yeah, twice with New Jersey.
Twice
Yeah.
with New Jersey, yeah. That's what it was.
Joe
He
Tony.
went to Colorado, then he went back to New Jersey and won in 2000.
Yeah, it was New Jersey.
All
Because he got traded
Man, he's
in the
ranked
late
ninth.
80s, like I think 88, 89, and he went to...
He's ranked 9th in the all-time career playoff goals. Crazy.
yeah,
Wow,
he's
that's amazing.
clutch
Crazy.
playoff performer.
Crazy.
Yeah, as soon as he was hearing like the name playoffs, he was just turned into Hulk and
He just turns it on.
Yeah, exactly.
He was a pest, man.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, next topic, bro.
All right, next topic. All right, guys. What tactical lineup adjustments do the Habs need to make to regain control of the series and outplay Carolina in the remaining games? After the Habs' dominant start and a noticeable shift in the Hurricanes' performance afterwards, the focus now turns to countering those adaptations in the playoffs, identifying which elements of the early success can be reestablished, and which strategic changes are needed to disrupt Carolina's momentum will be key to figure out. So, guys, which adjustments do you think need to be implemented to try and take down the beast that Carolina's...
I'll repeat what I said earlier. It was get out of your own defensive zone for more than 90 seconds.
Yeah.
You need to start with that.
Yeah.
You can't stay in your defensive zone for 90
Exactly.
seconds. You got to figure it out. That's the start. Put
North,
that as
south.
point one and on the drawing board and work on that.
North Star.
Because your guys are getting tired. You're going to get outshot. You can't get any, and you're not going to get a play going, and you're just going to chase. You can't
Worst
do
case
that.
scenario, even if you deke the puck out of the zone, at least it's out
At
of the zone.
least it's
Because
in the
right
neutral.
now, as soon as they start pressing, we just cannot go out of the zone.
No.
We can't.
It's crazy. It's crazy how
Yeah.
the turnovers just happen
Exactly.
on that blue line. It's,
In order to do that, the first key thing they need to do in order to justify what everything is speed. They need to play with speed,
Yeah.
which they did against Buffalo, against Tampa, and that game one. They're not able to generate speed. The moment they integrate speed to the forecheck, it's a totally different team. They're hard to contain, Montreal. So speed is the first thing that they need to integrate.
I totally
I
agree
think
with
number
you,
one
Kim.
should be shots. How about shots?
Yeah.
Let's talk about some shots.
well,
if you could get into the zone, let's get out of the defense.
Well, not speed, you can't create a shot, right?
That's a good point. You know, you need, first of all, you need to get out of the zone.
Get out of the zone,
and then
yeah.
you need to break in. And the
Exactly.
problem
So
is that we
Once
can't
you
break
can
in.
get break in, then you're east, west, north. I don't give a
Exactly.
shit.
Because
Take
they're-
shots from the blue line.
Because they're
You're
dominating.
right.
The neutral zone is dominated by
Yeah.
by Carolina 200%. So
Then you
already,
generate your shots
Exactly.
after you.
Then
Yeah,
generate.
so speed, and then you can generate.
Okay,
your
but
shot.
right now, even if they do that, they're still not getting those shots. They're still not even. They're not taking shots.
Okay, so
because
how
they're not
about,
generating anything.
how about if you would
Alright.
change the lines? How about we put
I'm down with
know,
shaking up the lines.
Demidov and Demidov on the first line and Slavkovsky on
Well,
the
that's
second
another thing they need to do is the lines.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
another point that I had. I agree with you 100%.
The thing is that it's not going to get more physical if we do that, right?
No.
So you have three skilled player. Obviously, none of them are like on the first line. They're not physical players. Suzuki can go in the corner. Obviously, Cofield is a no-no, right? So he needs to stay. He needs to stay in the paint zone. So right now, as we speak, if we do this, yes, we have three skilled player, but no physicality at all.
You know what I would do? I would take out Struble, bring in Jack-Eye. Even if he plays 2-3 minutes, you're creating that physical presence. And at the same time, you get to put Hudson back on the left, which is going to make a big difference. I do not like Hudson on the right side.
We know this, Tony.
And I know that. I'm going to say it every time.
We know this, Tony.
First time you
Like,
bring it up.
I don't want to take anything away from Struble, but if you're not going to do anything physically, like you're not bringing anything extra to the game to try and shift momentum. Bring in Jack-Eye. Even if he's playing less, at least he's gonna bring that physical presence. He might shake up the core, and it might open up some ice.
Do we bring another warrior, Gallagher?
I would be okay with that too. Why not?
I would agree.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
He would bring some energy.
Well,
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what in the chat, Sean Monday, hot take, throw in Patrick Laine, Galley, and Arbor. So
No, Laine can stay home.
Laine can stay
Yeah.
home. I agree.
Galley, I agree with Galley. For
No,
sure,
Galley,
yeah.
he's going to bring energy. And
Gallagher,
he hasn't
yeah.
played for a while. I think he would have energy.
look what happened. Look what happened last time they put him in.
Yeah,
right away,
he
bam.
scored. Yeah, you know why? Because he goes in traffic.
Yep.
He's in
Yeah.
front of the net. He goes into brawls. It
And
doesn't
that's
matter.
what you need.
Exactly.
You need
right
that.
now, that's
Yeah.
what we need.
People have to understand, Laine cannot play the system Montreal needs the team to play in order to succeed. He won't be able to keep up with pace.
Exactly.
He's going to be a negative instead of a positive to the lineup.
Yeah.
How
Sorry.
about a positive on the power play?
They
That's a
don't
good-
need him on the power play.
That's a good point. One way or the other, the way they play now, I mean, right now they're not even able to break in.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's the
That's
issue.
the least of their worries.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't see Laney like dump and chasing the puck. right?
No,
We
no,
agree on
no.
that. So I don't know. Maybe and another thing. Yeah, you're on a power play. I understand you skate and you pass the puck. You have 2 minutes. For 1 minute and 30 seconds, you pass the puck. We don't shoot.
Yeah.
I don't understand how come they do not say, okay, yeah, it's not working when we're skating. So 2 passes, 1 shot on net. That's it. And then at least you try. If you don't try, if you don't shoot the puck, how are you going to score?
Yeah. You got to put the puck on.
Exactly. And you know what? How many goals that you see that are perfect goals in the playoffs? It's always scrappy goals, deflected. Yesterday, I think it was the goal from the one that he was in front of the net and there was a side pass. And then
Jordan Stahls?
Yeah, it was Jordan Stahls. His stick is right between the leg of Anderson.
And Anderson had him.
Exactly.
And
he had him. You know what? That was a scrappy goal.
He was right in front of it. I even looked at it. I was like, what more could have Anderson done?
Nothing. It's just that
he just went quicker and
exactly
went on the stick.
He's there. He's in front of the net. He's suffering. And we know Anderson is he's giving him a hard time. He's there. Yeah. The puck comes there. It's in the net.
It's in. Before Anderson even knew.
Exactly. Suzuki, he's on a power play. He has a chance to shoot.
Yeah,
he doesn't even take the shot.
When I saw that, I was
but I'm talking about,
that was the word I
He winds up and then he stops.
Winds up,
exactly.
And then he fakes. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You have to put that on the net.
Exactly.
So that goes back to what I was saying. More shots, especially on a goalie like Anderson.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
This is a goalie that you can get those cheap, those really bad goals in. But you have to take those shots, man. But you're right. They have to get those opportunities to take the shots. But even when they have the opportunity, like we said, Suzuki was winding up. Even Demidov, I don't know if I think he fanned on it though. But
all these adjustments they needed to be done yesterday. I think even if they win tomorrow, I think it's a little bit too little, too late. Right? I don't see them winning 3 in a row.
Hard.
Well,
not impossible.
It's still possible, but
hard.
obviously
Not impossible.
It's not impossible.
Okay, let's do a survey.
Hard
let's
for
do
any
a survey.
team to win 3 in a row.
Manny, do you think Montreal can win the series? Honestly,
Manny's biased, so is Pat. So
we're Boston fans.
But we are Boston fans.
Okay,
but we're hockey fans.
Yeah, that's okay.
True.
But I mean, you're hockey fans.
Yeah.
You know about hockey.
Yeah.
So at one point, you need to be honest with the outcome, right?
I think Montreal has the talent and what it takes to get to the finals. I think it's all up to them and how they readjust. Just because they're down 3-1 doesn't mean you can't look at it like 3 games, 3 victories. That's 60 minutes times 3. That's a lot of seconds. You can't look at it like that. You need 1 win, and then you're gaining momentum, and then you create something in a second game where you're like, oh, okay, that was a tight 3-2 win in overtime, but you gain something else, and you've probably cracked the code in Carolina.
Yeah,
and
usually,
I agree with you 100%.
When you win game 6. It's usually the decider in the series.
Guys,
because
are you sure
depending
he's a
on how
Boston
you come
fan?
back.
Are you a Boston fan?
I've watched Bruins come back 3-1. I've seen
but I'm surprised you're saying this. I'm surprised.
Against the Leafs.
yeah, I love that one. But I'm surprised you're saying this because, like, for my part, I think Montreal is gassed out. Mm-hmm. Even if you have the fastest car in the world, if there's no gas in it, you're not going to go anywhere.
I was going to say, that's why I said, if they have the talent and what it takes.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
it's how they're going to adjust to it.
Yeah.
And the fatigue, we're seeing it. We're seeing the fatigue set in. And I'm not saying that they're getting out dominated with the hits and everything, because you know what, to be frank, Carolina's not a big team.
No,
have you seen their sizes? There's a 5 foot, I think.
They're pretty skinny.
Jarvis is 5'10", 5'8".
But when did Taylor Hall become physical?
This is the thing is that when it comes to playoffs, these guys have to throw the body. Montreal's going to have to start doing that too.
Yeah, and they're not.
Like, just because you're Nick Suzuki,
they're not a heavy playing team.
I know, Tony, but
no, I'm talking about Carolina.
But they're small guys and they're throwing their bodies out there.
Yeah.
These guys are, and you need to do that. I understand you're tired, but you're going to have to figure out a way how to.
I so agree with you.
Champions find a way, and if
how many games did Montreal play now? 14.
Sorry. They played
18 games.
18 games, that's it. And Carolina coming into this played 8.
No more.
Going into this round, they beat first round 4 games.
That's
and 4
8,
rounds, that's
8 plus 8 plus, so it's 12 games.
12 games.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
Huge difference.
And they had 12 days off.
And you know what? We have to stop with that 12 days off. I look at it more like Carolina went through each round 4 games, whereas Montreal had a grueling task of 7 games. Overtimes, overtimes. Many more minutes were played against Carolina. You can't just look at it as 12 games. There was so much more played on the ice in the in the Montreal series versus what Carolina had to face versus Ottawa and
especially
Philadelphia.
Tampa. Most of those games went all into overtime.
It's the experience, the time, the skating. Man, they're outshot. Like meaning outshot physically. They must be dead, and we don't even know the injuries that they're probably dealing with.
Yeah.
Is Cole dealing with an injury? Is he not shooting properly? What's we're gonna find out later.
Yeah.
At the end.
But these are it's the playoff game. We don't know. We have to go with it and come back to what you say. If they can find the strength, I think that's their one key. That's going to give them the speed, the shots. They can generate the plays.
Yeah.
They need to get the strength to get out of the zone, be smart, quick, and you said it, speed. But it's a bit of everything,
but
right?
if ever they play the way they played the last 4 games, they need to change something.
Yeah.
They need to change something. They cannot play the same way. If they play the same way, it's done.
It's over. Yeah.
So as soon as you see that there's a change, anyways, you all know about hockey, guys. If ever you see that there's a change in the system that they're doing right now, and you see that they're making something different, then we can say we have a shot. But if ever we start doing the exact same thing of the last 4 games, I'm sorry, but
teams don't just change systems in the middle of a playoff.
No, I agree. When I said system, is not system.
They just need to adjust
the adjustments.
Yeah.
Tweak things.
Tweaking, like we said prior.
I think
Dump and chase a few times.
Exactly.
Try it.
Change it up.
But did you see it in the past 3 games? I didn't see a dump and chase.
I think the issue is more they can't adapt to what adjustments Carolina made. They're playing a flawless game. I think
Carolina.
Especially yesterday.
Because Montreal tried to adjust, but they countered. They're playing a great game. They're
Carolina's getting better and better as the games went on. They're just getting more and more solid. Yesterday was
that rest came off there.
Well, they know how to contain Montreal's speed. That's what it is. Montreal has to figure out a way to counter that because.
And what is it? What is it?
I don't know. If I knew, I'd be behind the bench. Not Martin St. Louis.
I think it's everything we spoke about. It's the East-West. Change that up. Do a little dump and chase.
That's it.
Get a little more physical. Get a little more grindy. That's why they got to put Gallagher back in there.
It's funny how we hated
more shots on net. Just shoot. You never know what's going to happen when you shoot.
I like the idea of Gallagher in front of the net. That's what they need. They need that action in front of the net that they don't have right now.
Yeah.
It's funny how for years we hated the dump and chase in Montreal. Now that we have one of the, now everybody wants the dump and chase. I get it.
But why can't they do both?
Yeah,
dump and chase and slingshot.
But in the playoffs, you need that dirty type of. You can't like in the regular season. It's nice to get that tic-tac-toe, but in the playoffs, you need those gritty and those dirty goals and those dirty plays. Yeah. And the goal off the stanchion like you had in the Buffalo game.
You need to have bodies in front of the net.
Yeah, exactly.
And if ever I go back 2 series when Lane Hutson scored his goal in OT. Do you remember how many guys? Have you seen the picture of the bodies in front of the net before he took the shot? He just
threw the traffic.
He took the shot. That's it. He just shot it. And then all of a sudden, the puck goes in. So if ever you have bodies in front of the net, and Anderson, like we say, he's not a top tier goalie. Yeah. So if ever you put the puck on the net, God knows what's going to happen.
Yep.
But if ever you have like 10 shots, you have 10 chance of scoring. That's it. Yesterday we had 4 shots and Carolina had 3 goals. Yeah. How do you want to win a game? It's impossible.
No, I know.
Just want to hit the chat a bit. Benoit Thier, I think he's been here before you. Yeah. What's up, Benoit? The key is game 1. That's where we saw Carolina's flaws exposed. I think it was just a little more rust. For 12 days off, I think they just had to get back in the game.
Yeah, I agree with that, Brian.
MTI, is that Martin St. Louis?
Yeah. No.
What's MTI?
Montreal.
On the edge.
I think you meant MTL.
Montreal. MTL. Okay. When they're on the edge. Well, I think it's a possibility Montreal could win tomorrow. Not far-fetched for me, but to win the series, I think that's far-fetched.
I'm with you on that one exactly, Brian. I think they can win tomorrow, but I don't know about the series. Anyways, let's see what happens tomorrow. Like Pat said, 1 game at a time, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Martin St. Louis is watching us before Seinfeld.
But I don't agree that there was flaws in Carolina's game in game 1. I think they just got off their game because of the time off. They were rusty,
Yeah.
and
They
as
sat
soon as
back and
Brendan
watched.
Moore put them back, they went. This is why they won 4 straight
Yeah,
against.
exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
I personally think they, like, 11 periods out of 12, Carolina dominated us. That's how I saw it. As soon as they start rolling, I was like, oh boy, it's kind of getting pretty.
Oh, you know what? Game 2, Game 3, yeah, they lost, but it was close games. Like,
They were close,
Montreal just got unlucky, a lot unlucky, but they
Close game in
lost
the
the
score,
close
games.
but
First
yeah.
2 periods were
Yeah.
5
yesterday
shots.
they got
in
blown
both
out.
games.
Yeah,
They got
exactly.
blown out
That's
yesterday.
10 shots in 4 periods.
And the reason why there were close games because we have the goalie on the other side that's not making the saves. And
Yeah.
that's basically it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a close game on the board, but if you look
Ice
in the
time.
game,
At the stats,
in the game,
yeah.
oh my God, we got destroyed.
We got
It's not
clobbered,
even
yeah.
close. You know, look at the shots, 80-35, and you're like, shots.
Yeah,
attempts.
but that's nothing new compared to Buffalo and Tampa Bay. We're always
there was a stat
low shots.
in the
game.
first 4 games. Montreal had a total of 43 shots. In game 4, Carolina had 43 shots only in game 4. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Montreal had a total of 43 shots in all 4 games.
I have the
That's nuts.
statistics here, okay? I'm looking at Carolina game 2, okay? 68 shot attempts, Montreal 38. Game 3, 93 shot attempts, Montreal 46. Yesterday, 108-45.
Wow.
So how do you want to win a game? And not only that, these 108, 93, and 68s were blocks by people, right?
Yeah.
These are bruises every time you block a shot. Every single time. So
Yeah.
you're taking 30 shots away from 108. It means that all the other shots were blocked by somebody.
Yeah.
That hurts. At one point, it's okay when you're brave, but when you're hurt and you're hurting and you're hurting, at one point you say, okay, enough. And you're getting tired.
Yeah,
and
they're
you're getting,
hurt.
and we're young. And let's be honest. Would you be disappointed of the season of the Montreal Canadiens this year?
Nope.
No, it's a really
of
good
course
season.
not.
It's
They
an
should be happy.
amazing season.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
This is just a little
season.
glimpse of the future,
Should be
man.
proud.
Little
This is
glimpse
why
of
the
the future.
the negative booing or shoot the puck was not necessary.
No, honestly, they don't deserve this because they gave us an amazing season, want it or not.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, 106 points. Did we expect this? No.
Let me ask you a question. If at the beginning of the season somebody would have told you Montreal's going to finish top 3 in the league and they're going to make the Eastern Conference Finals, would you believe me?
No.
No.
Yes.
Yes. Would you say I don't believe you, but I'll take it?
Yeah,
right? Would you take it?
Definitely.
There you go.
Definitely.
That's exactly what I said at the beginning of the
Yeah.
season.
Shut up.
and Manny predicted Florida would not make it.
Thank you,
predicted
Brian.
that too.
I did. I said Florida's not making the playoffs.
Yeah.
Maybe not even Edmonton.
And he
but
called it.
Yeah.
He called it last summer. He did.
Yeah.
And you know what? That was a good call because when you do the finals twice and like back to back,
Yeah.
at one point the injuries, you don't rest. You don't rest at all. And at one point it gets to you. And look at the end, look at the end of Edmonton. Like they were like Nugent Hopkins was injured, McDavid was injured. At one point your body takes a toll. You get tired and you don't recoup and pay the price.
I don't think the injuries in Edmonton would have made a difference, even if they were healthy. They don't have a full, complete team in order to make it to the final.
I totally agree. It's just the fact that they did it back-to-back finals.
Yeah.
At one point, you need to rest. Your body talks to you. Like McDavid was playing how many minutes per game in the playoffs? It's crazy. At one point, like, he's a human being. Yeah. Yes, he's out of this planet, but at one point, if you play 30, 35 minutes a game, at one point, he's double shifted every time.
Yeah, it takes a toll on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Put the mic a little down. Let's see your face, man. Yeah. That's it. It was blocking your face. All right. All right. So if you're enjoying the show so far, don't forget to subscribe and like. Make sure you schedule a reminder for every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and so you never miss an episode. All right. Let's go on to the next topic. Pascal, you said you weren't going to talk much, but you said you're going to be shy, but yeah, it's good. Missing
I'm
elements.
still nervous.
That's good.
You
It's
definitely
good. If
don't
not,
look it.
if not, it's just gonna be Tony all night. Oh, please don't do this. Please don't do this.
Oh, it's just gonna be them having their own private conversation over there back and forth.
It's gonna be us two arguing all night.
Don't listen to these bozos.
What? He points to me and he calls us bozos. I'm the face of the bozos. You are our leader, Pat. Oh shit.
Let's go, Bri.
All right. Next topic. What areas of the Habs lineup still need building? As the playoffs progress, it becomes clear which parts of the lineup are fully equipped for this level of intensity and which areas still require growth. Evaluating the gaps in the roster helps identify where off-season improvements are needed. But from the gaps we see right now, what are the most glaring?
Well,
maybe I'll start with a bona fide second line centerman.
Yeah.
that's
Second
the
line
first thing.
centerman.
Second or top six
Top
centerman.
six
because
swinger.
Another centerman, another top centerman.
Because you don't want either a centerman for the second line, or eventually, if you get somebody great, Suzuki is. I'm okay with Suzuki being your second line center. If your Suzuki's your second line center,
That's pretty good. Yeah.
that's great. You know.
Yeah.
Good point.
97, 97, guys.
Okay.
Let's dream.
Okay, look, Benoit even agrees with me. Second line center.
Yes.
Thank you.
How about size?
Yeah, a little bit more size they need for sure, especially in their back end. Yeah.
Yeah, the bottom six. Yeah,
We need size.
yeah. Even on the top, need size. Yeah.
Yeah, it just needs
Another
size in general.
Slavkovsky.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking about a centerman, but how about a big winger?
That's the second thing. Yeah, I have that. And these guys can come with size, right?
Definitely.
A real
Winger,
fourth
yeah.
line, Michael Dubicki.
Yeah.
Not a fake one.
Good point, Mike.
Emphasize, Mike. You don't like our fourth line? Well, eventually it's gonna be gone.
It's funny that because people emphasize on the first two lines and they say like the third and fourth line are not all that important, and all of a
So
sudden
important.
it becomes it
In the
becomes
playoffs, I mean, the most important.
definitely yeah, of course,
So important. So many teams get bailed out by their third and fourth lines.
exactly.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
support.
think a lot of the series we won was because of the fourth line.
Yeah.
Or third line,
Oh,
whatever.
definitely.
Anderson
Yeah.
and Bolduc and
Well, Doc-
Texier.
yeah, and-
Texier where's Texier? It's true. He's the...
Well, you need a real because right now the third and fourth line. Which is the real? Which is the fourth? Which is the third? Right? Because they're interchanging. You know.
I mean, the people are not in their real chairs. That's the
No.
problem.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're missing players. We're missing the key players in order for the people to fall in the right chairs.
Yeah.
You know?
For me, the center, another winger, because we need another winger, and a top, another right-handed
wing.
defenseman that is able to play on the top three pairings. We can't have a sixth or seventh defenseman. We need a defenseman that can play on either of the top three pairings.
Sorry, I forgot. Is Reinbacher right-handed?
Yes.
So I think Reinbacher is the answer, or...
We don't know, but we don't know. But we need somebody because you're gonna put like Pascal was saying, you get that right-handed defenseman. You're gonna have more structure on your defense. You're gonna have everybody on their chairs.
Yeah.
You can have Hudson playing his natural position because it's bothering me. You know, Goalie too. It's causing Goalie to be switched back and forth, and Matheson I find should be playing with Dobson. I like the Dobson. I even like the Matheson, Dobson and
Carrier?
no, the Dobson and Hudson, but I like more Matheson and Dobson together. Unless you guys see it differently.
Should you get rid of Carrier? Make space for this
Well, no,
fictional right-handed...
you can bring in somebody, or unless if you don't think Reinbacher, he's always hurt, or if he's not ready, if you're gonna give him another season in Laval, I don't know if he's gonna play next year. There's Engstrom too, but these are all pieces that you can use to trade, you know. But you need, I think, an experienced defenseman. You need, especially with the run that they did this year. You want somebody on the back end that can.
Yeah.
And I think you'll have that space by removing Struble or Xhaka. And I think the guy that I wouldn't remove is Struble.
I agree with you.
I would keep.
You really
Xhaka.
don't like that guy, yeah?
No, it has nothing to do with that. But these guys are your bottom. Your bottom two defensemen, right?
Yeah.
So you need to keep one.
Yeah.
Keep Xhaka. He's going to be your seventh defenseman, and you get a better defenseman to play on your sixth defenseman that can play and interchange if you need to bring him up or down the lineup, depending on the pairing. If somebody gets hurt, it was basically you're changing Struble and Xhaka every other game. These guys are both your seventh defensemen.
Yeah,
you need somebody that can play your seventh defenseman steady, and then get that top six.
Who's a possibility that's going to be going maybe UFA this offseason that they can snatch?
It could be somebody from Laval. We'll see how that develops, or it could be off a trade. But they need a right-handed defenseman. Right now, they have Reinbacher as a possibility, and they have Engstrom. Engstrom is a left. He's a left-handed player, but he plays right. That's what he plays, his position. So, or they can use that as trade. But those three elements is what they're missing, including size. So let's say 4, in order to get to that next level.
How about the guy with the pads? Is it a solved thing?
We have 2 guys with the pads.
Is it solved? We're good with that?
We're good with
so,
that.
Yeah, we're good with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Unless one goes down, you have another. And if you continue to play them good, we should do the same thing Boston did for years. Because at the end of the day, if you're having 2 good goalies, you can use them for a trade and continue to add to your team. And the way Montreal is signing contracts, there's going to be a lot of space to add a lot of players in order to create a lot of depth. And the most important thing going into playoffs is depth.
Yeah.
Depth players, are able to have players that you can rotate in that can do the job, right?
Plus, they're getting rid of Gallagher this summer. Even.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, now you think so? You agree with me?
No, what do you mean? No, I think so.
No, you kept saying no.
No, I said they should have bought him out, but who knows what they were doing because of it's an untradeable contract. I never said anything different.
I think they didn't buy him because out of respect for what he did for the organization. Because when you get buyout, it means that there's an issue with the player, and the organization. But now,
you have no choice.
Yeah, no, of course, I don't think he's going to play next year. He's not going to get traded.
He can retire.
I mean, right now, if that's what Montreal is showing him, he should retire because, he didn't play. He barely played in the playoff. He got scratched in the end of the season. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of forced out.
Yeah,
he wants to play. He wants to stay, and he
he'll
wants
end
to
up
continue.
somewhere. Yeah, he'll end up probably on a team that's just needs some grit.
I said he can go to the West Coast, but
he'll go to the West Coast.
He goes to Vancouver. Yes, he's a veteran presence, but is he going to be a veteran presence on a 4th line on a young team that's trying to rebuild? Is that the actually right fit for him?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't think Gallagher is going to have his share of value with another team other than Montreal because of everything he did with the organization.
He's a fan favorite over here.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I don't see him in another jersey, to be very quite honest. I think if he gets traded, he's going to retire.
I think they're going to end up having to buy him out.
Yeah.
There's no space for him.
Yeah.
And they're going to lose. They're also going to lose with Laine. I don't know if somebody's going to pick him up. Well, he's going to be a RF unrestricted free agent.
Unrestricted.
Yeah, so they're going to lose him for nothing.
Yeah.
He's only 33, 34, Gallagher.
Gallagher? No.
I think 36, 37.
Yeah.
No, 36. There's yeah. Hold on, Brian's gonna check with the new toy.
I like that thing. NHL stats play.
It opens up his stats page and his contract.
Amazing.
35.
35. There you go.
34.
6.5.
Oh, there it says 34.
Where?
Here it says 35.
It expired. No, his UFA expires when he's 35.
It's not we all know it's not going backwards anyway. So
No.
So
my God, he still has that cut on his nose over there.
That thing never healed.
Yeah, for real. I thought he just got it recently. Just want to hit the chat. Benoit Etier says the 4th line is growing up in Laval right now.
Yeah.
It's in the oven. It's cooking.
That's another thing. I think a good addition to the team next year to integrate to the bottom six will be Florian.
I so agree with you.
Florian.
I so agree with you, Tony.
Yes.
200%.
Yes.
We need that type of player.
Yeah.
Like grit, like,
And
yeah.
Yeah.
He would be a good fit on the Evans line or on the third or as a winger or because he plays center too, right? Or to create that fourth
Yeah.
line, you know?
And he's able to drop the mitts.
Exactly.
That's important too.
Yes. So I think he would be a good fit on the
Yeah.
fourth line.
He would. Benoit Atier would have liked Blais in the series. Guys think about?
No.
No, that's it.
He's doesn't bring any physical presence to the fourth line. I think Bolduc and Valeno it would have been is a better choice than Blais. I think. What do you think, Pascal?
I agree.
You think Valeno and Bolduc is better than?
Is a better. What's Blais gonna bring?
Doesn't say much, but
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, what's Blais gonna bring that
Blaise, blah. He's
Blah.
playing a little blah.
Blaze?
Yeah.
He's a fourth. He's a bottom six forward,
Yeah,
and he doesn't bring a physical aspect to the game.
Mm.
not what they
Right?
need.
So, and I don't think he's. I don't know. I think he's under. I don't know how tall he is, but I think he's under 6 feet too. So, he's a small guy too. I could be wrong. Zachary.
Zachary.
Let's not forget about guy named Zarowski.
But I don't.
There's still
I,
time for him.
yeah, but I thought.
Yeah, but he's ripping it. He's breaking like
Yeah.
what Demidov did.
exactly.
So he's an up and
6
comer.
feet too. Okay, he's 6 feet.
He's 6'2".
He's
I mean, he brings
100
it
and what? 100 and
He's 19 years old.
yeah. He's like yeah.
I mean, you cannot stretch someone to be taller, but you can put some
that's
muscles on. Like,
Zarowski.
you know, but 6'2" is okay. You can bring it.
No,
up
I know a
to-
guy in Turkey. He does
No, we were
it.
talking about Blais though.
It makes you taller. Yeah. All right, so that's it. The missing pieces are just
Yeah,
new centerman, a new fourth line, and a
Up six
right-handed
winger.
defenseman.
Well, you need a
a
winger, scoring
with
winger.
some
And a winger
size,
too.
Some
and a
size,
defenseman.
yeah.
We need a defenseman.
What size? A defenseman. What size?
The thing is
Anything
that
above-
it would be like it would be nice to have these guys, but it costs something.
Guys, I just hope they don't go get Thomas. I really don't see him as a fit in Montreal.
Cool.
Thomas, remember he was
Rob Thomas.
yeah, exactly.
Rob Thomas.
He's the singer of Matchbox
Yeah.
20.
Singer? Not Rob Thomas.
Exactly.
Rob, Tom, Manny, help us out here.
Give me your heart, make it real. Let's forget about
So,
it.
remember there was during the trade deadline they thought he was the piece that they were gonna
What's his name? Robert? What is it? The Thomas?
Thomas, yeah.
Defense?
No, he's a centerman.
Oh, for who?
Is it Nashville?
St. Louis, no?
Oh, St. Louis, yes.
That is a little app I created, guys.
He's very similar
Robert
to
Thomas.
yeah.
That's
He's
amazing.
he's very similar to Suzuki. You need the. I don't see him as a fit. This is why
Yeah.
I want to know what they're gonna revisit on that mystery trade that they almost completed on the trade
The
deadline.
rumors it's nice, but the rumors it's nice.
I don't think it's nice.
For who?
I don't.
Yeah,
we
there was
don't
a
know.
trader
that didn't get
at the trade
completed.
at the trade deadline. It was about they got rejected or something. What happened?
No, it didn't. They didn't get it.
It didn't go through at the trade deadline, but Ken
submitted
Hughes
it
had
too
something
late.
cooking.
What? Who did?
And the rumors that
Montreal
it was
wanna trade?
nice from Toronto.
The rumor is if he would have made the trade, it would have been a significant move for the team. That's what Ken Hughes said.
But who is Montreal going to trade? Do you know?
We don't know. We don't know. Hey, they won't say nothing. He goes, we might be able to revisit it in the offseason. Let's see if this is the one player I hope they don't get.
You don't want them to get?
No, because they can get something better.
Is that 8.5? Oh, to 2031. Yeah,
Yeah,
expensive.
Mhm.
the type of player.
31.
How many points this guy?
He's not old. He's 31, but
26, no?
This season he did 64 points.
and talking about centers,
Is a point again.
Malkin just resigned with the Pittsburgh
1
Penguins
year.
this week. 1 year for $5 million.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
So everybody who thought Crosby still a chance, no more chance, guys. He's not coming. He's gonna stay. He's gonna stay in Pittsburgh with Malkin for sure.
So what's the plan? They're gonna rebuild around those guys?
No, they're gonna retire. What's gonna happen at the end of the season?
Malkin's coming back.
At the end of the season, they maybe if they don't make the playoffs, maybe they'll trade them. But no,
I'm going to
I
be
think
honest
he's
with
gonna
you. I
retire.
prefer Crosby at 40 on the third line than anybody else.
Yeah.
So if the
Yeah.
guy wants to play hockey
He
till
still
45
plays.
years old, you know, if
That's a
he
good
wants to
point.
stay there, he's on the third line. He brings energy, he brings like value, he brings everything to
He's
the
like
team.
Jagger, man. As long as
Yeah.
he keeps skating, keep going
Exactly.
on, buddy.
Crosby can still play top
Play,
6.
buddy.
He can
He's
still
good.
play. He can still play top
Definitely.
6.
Yeah.
Benoit Tess says Hischer or Hischer. How do you say his name?
Nico
So
Hischier.
what? He's a
Yeah.
pot. He's on the market, or
Mhm.
what's the rumors? What's the rumors around that?
I don't know.
No,
No,
Please tell us more. Does he want out, or is? Okay, guys, let's move on. Topic. All right. Why is Hudson's willingness to take blame a sign of leadership and not a weakness at this moment? Lane Hudson is taking the fall for an overtime turnover that ended Game 3. He later stated, "I just blew it," after the match. He played nearly 29 minutes and was the only reason the Habs even made it to that extra time frame. Let's break down the 9 reasons why he's the last guy anyone should be blaming him for the loss. So I'm going to go down the list and let me know what you guys think. He played almost 29 minutes, 26 minutes at even strength. He logged 3 more minutes than any other skater, showing he is the undisputed engine of the defense. Agree or disagree?
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
When you play so many minutes, not only you're gonna affect the game positive, there's a chance you can affect the game negatively.
Yeah.
But he affects the game positively more times than not. So
Yeah.
mistakes are gonna happen, but
Yeah, he shouldn't blame himself.
Yeah,
though, right?
no.
But there's nobody better doing those minutes on the ice. So
I agree.
whether he's doing good or bad, who's doing a better job
Yeah.
with those kind of minutes out there? Nobody.
I don't think he should be blaming himself anyways. That would,
No.
That's what leaders do, though.
Exactly.
That's, what,
That's
leaders
another
do.
good point.
Yeah.
Should be
Remember-
blaming everybody else.
You suck. You suck. You suck.
I blame Manny.
Number 2, scored the game-tying goal on the power play. Without his beautiful given goal with Cole Caulfield, the Habs wouldn't have made it to overtime.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Number 3, tied for the team lead with block shots. He wasn't just playing offense; he was putting his body on the line to help his goalie.
Exactly.
Like Pascal was saying, I mean, when you're talking about 100 shots,
Yeah.
like attempts on you, there's someone who's taking a lot of blocks, and if there's anyone that's throwing himself left and right in front of pucks, after pucks, chasing
Yeah,
pucks,
exactly.
it's Lane Hudson.
You
man.
know what?
I think the Habs are like in.
Even
Sorry.
if we put Pat in front of the net, he would receive the pucks, man. Out of 100 shots, he's going to get the shot.
Someone's
He's
gonna-
he's
The
going
way
to
he
get
played
it.
against Buffalo, if Montreal would have made it to the finals and won, he was going to be up there. The way
Surpassed, yeah.
with the way Dobish was playing and the way he's playing as a finalist for the Conn Smythe for sure.
I
I agree.
That's how great he was
I
playing.
agree. Yeah, I agree.
I think Montreal in general is like number 1 at block shots right now in the postseason. I
You-
think Goulie's right up there.
Obviously,
I would.
Guys,
just 108 yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, against
insane.
Carolina, and then 2 7-game series. I
Yeah.
mean, those were high shot series
Exactly.
too. And
he's been our best player, debatably throughout the whole
Lane
playoffs.
Hudson?
He definitely makes a difference. Number 4, the first defenseman in Habs history with 10 power play points in one postseason. He's making history every time he touches the puck
Every
during the
time.
man advantage.
How many times have you said that this season, Brian? We've come on this podcast. Every time we speak about him, those words come out of your mouth. He's making history every time.
Yeah.
Every time. Every
Because
game.
he is. That's why I say it.
Yeah.
We all know he's going to win
I
the
only speak
Norris
facts.
eventually. He's going to win the Norris eventually. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
He should have been a finalist this year.
Yeah, agreed.
Do you know where he ended? Was he top 5? Do you know? Did they say that? Or?
They don't say it was 4 or 5. They just announced the top 3, but he was in consideration, but he didn't.
Yeah, for sure.
He wasn't a finalist.
no.
This is an interesting stat. He only allowed 6 scoring chances while on the ice. Despite playing the most minutes, he had the second lowest chances against among all defensemen.
What does that tell you?
Yeah.
That tells you that as small as he is, he's so
shuts them down.
versatile. He's able to defend in other ways. So he understands the game so well that he won't let his inconsistencies or what he's not strong at, like his power and his size, affect him in a negative way. He always finds a way to get control of the puck. He's amazing. Like
I would like to have his stats and see how much minutes that he carries the puck.
Oh, that he's in possession with the puck.
Because he's so good with the puck, with the puck possession. Obviously, if you're in puck possession, right, you have less chance to get scored on, right?
Right.
So he has often the puck. As soon as people can on the ice, they're giving him the puck because he's killed. He's fast, and even unexpected passes that he does, it's like absolutely insane.
Oh, the vision that he has.
The vision is insane.
The vision.
And he's such a small.
My question is, how is he still alive? How, with all the hits, what I hear, 50 some odd hits he got on it.
Yeah.
How big is he?
And he got crushed like quite a
How
few
is he
times.
still alive?
Exactly.
Like, how is he still fighting and playing?
Yeah.
He's
putting on the minutes, doing what he's doing. How did his titanium balls fit in his pants?
Exactly.
Like, I don't understand how that happens.
Crazy.
I'm 10 pounds heavier than he is. What the fuck?
It's crazy.
guys, what a steal, huh?
He's a skinny
that-
little guy.
What a steal in that draft, huh? What a steal.
Insane.
That's got to
insane.
be one of the best steals,
tiny.
modern day steals.
Both. We got Hudson in the second round, and we got Slavkovsky overall. That was the year. It was the same draft, right? Right?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's the same
Yeah.
draft.
Slav, yeah. he was the same.
Slav, yeah.
So
It was the
what
same
a
year.
draft.
Yeah.
You know?
And you know what? If you look at the size, you say he's a defenseman. He's gonna get killed. And you know what?
Yeah.
He's just. He's
That's what I was going to say. Number six, targeted with over 60 hits this postseason.
Yeah.
He was officially the most hit player in the NHL playoffs, yet hasn't missed a single shift.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's insane.
And if someone should be injured, it's him.
It's him.
Yeah, you know,
It's him.
Block shots, body check. And the fun part is that when you look at a game and you look at Hudson play, when he makes a mistake, you know it right away.
Yeah.
Because he just gears off on the third, like, and just like flies.
Takes off,
He takes off and he wants to correct this mistake. He knows.
Well, there was I forget what was it last game that he pinched. And he pinches. There's one defenseman back. He pinches more than any other Canadian player.
Exactly.
He's the first player back.
Exactly.
He's the first player back to check.
Exactly.
And then you're asking yourself, what are the other 3 Canadians doing? Did their
Exactly.
player controllers just stop or something?
Pretty
Like
much.
That sense
How
of urgency
did he
as
do
soon as
that?
he makes a small mistake or he misses his pinch.
the back check on that guy
It's crazy.
is insane.
Imagine if everybody would do that. Oh my God.
Well, it made me wonder. I was like, well, that's proof of how not everybody on the Canadiens is playing the same way.
Yeah.
Not everybody's putting their 110%.
Agreed.
Because he made the mistake. He came back for the back check, but where was everybody? That just exposed like a flaw in the Canadiens right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Number 7 took a questionable elbow to the head before the goal. Replay show William Carrier, and I think he got penalized for this, huh? Caught him high shortly before the turnover, which likely rattled him. But he took a big hit, and he got up. So this guy's made of. We're gonna start calling him Iron Hudson. Number 8, the turnover didn't lead to an immediate goal. The Canadiens actually had time to reset and defend after the giveaway, but the team structured collapsed. So he's not 100%. He blames himself, but I don't think he was fully to blame.
No.
And also counting all the 7 things I said before about him, he definitely took the blame, but he's definitely not to blame. And my last one, 9, possession play mentally is what got him here. He tried to find Nick Suzuki instead of flipping it blindly, staying true to the high skill game that won them game 1.
Exactly. Good points.
These are 9 points why Hudson should not be blamed for the loss. I don't think anybody was blaming him. I think he was just blaming himself.
Well, everybody else was defending him, right? Including his teammates.
Well, I don't think he gave the media a chance to blame anybody. I think he just, like a leader, you said it before. He's like, that's what a leader does.
He said it.
Don't point the finger to anybody. Point the finger to me. Yeah, we're talking about the team, but I'll take the blame for the team. And he's a leader, and that just shows what kind of guy this guy is going to be.
Think he's
The
going to be
next coming.
captain or assistant captain?
I see him.
Oh, yeah.
I see
I
him.
don't know if he's a captain material. He's for sure close to becoming a generational player if he continues to play that. But I don't see him as a captain. Maybe an A.
An A, yes, but
Yeah.
the captain,
If-
the captain is here to stay. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
They're never going to remove
Maybe
that
when
C from-
Anderson leaves, if Anderson leaves, maybe he'll get the A.
Mm.
But then our Matheson has the A right now too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Who else has the A?
Gallagher.
Gallant.
So that's where it's going to switch.
So there's going to
Yeah.
be some job interviews soon for the
I
assistant.
mean, not that he's a leader by talking and everything, but just what he does on the ice is it's
Yeah,
just
for
enough
sure.
to have a letter on his
Yeah.
leads by example.
Yeah,
Good point.
it's a good point.
Okay, so back to when Benoit said Heischer.
Nico
Sure, yeah,
Hischier.
Nico Hischier.
Nico
He has
Hischier.
1 year
Nico-
left.
Yeah,
He has 1 year left, so maybe Montreal can make a move.
I don't know.
Is he?
I didn't know this about LeBron. Read what he said. He goes, LeBron mentioned the Kings, the Wild, and the Canadiens specifically would be
We'll be paying
We'll be
close
paying
attention.
close
Close
attention
attention.
to these negotiations. However, he made it a point that Montreal could be the best fit.
this is LeBron.
Oh, LeBron
Nico.
said that, or
Yeah. LeBron could be said it, Montreal could be the best fit. Well, the Kings are going down, right, with losing their captain and retiring.
Yeah.
The Wild, they were making the run
he's in,
now.
he's in Jersey, no? Oh, you're talking
Nico
about
Hischier,
yeah.
Okay, got it. Yes.
The Wild, I don't see them competing, especially with what's his name there, the
He's a
defenseman.
UFA.
Yeah,
Quinn?
He's a UFA.
Quinn. I think he wants to go play with his brothers. So we'll
Probably.
see if he decides to stay in Minnesota.
Mhm.
But
Imagine all Quins on one team, man. I mean, that's
all Hughes,
Well, it happened with the
that's
Sutters.
all Quins.
All the Quinn.
all the Quins.
Yeah. So what Benoit said too about Nico, it's a possibility. He's a UFA next year.
Yeah.
So
7.2.
he is 27.
27, and he's around the same salary as the other ones are in the top list of the Canadians. So
How many points last season?
6.
What's splits?
66?
Stats?
I like him better than Thomas.
Thomas,
I just don't know if I don't know.
That's on top, Brian.
Is he actually a good fit? I don't know.
66.
Sorry, what?
He's a better
You're
fit
looking
for
for
me
points?
than Thomas. What do you think?
This
What do you guys
season,
think?
yeah. I thought you wanted to.
Oh no, I was just looking for how many points this season.
66 on a team that didn't perform
Almost
well.
30 goals.
Pretty good. And he's 20 to 30 goals a year, the guy.
Mm.
Pretty
Yeah.
good.
anyways, in Montreal, the guys when they come, they become like better
Yeah.
because of Martin St. Louis. So would probably
For
be
sure.
able to bring him to another level for sure. But again, if you want to go get this guy, what are you going to give? What are you going to
Nothing.
give?
He's unrestricted.
He's
Huh?
UFA. He's UFA
UFA.
next
He's
year.
UFA. Oh,
Huh?
okay. So okay.
One more year.
The problem is what are you going to pay him?
Well,
Are you going to pay him more than Suzuki?
No. They have to. You see, it's obvious that Montreal is respecting a salary cap within the team, right? They don't want to have a $12 million player or a $15 million player. They don't want that.
Like he made 66 points. Was 66? You
Yeah.
said
Mm-hmm.
Suzuki got 100 points.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
But
In a
Jersey,
in a different
Canadians,
structure.
Different. I mean, you're playing with Cole Caulfield, who hit a 50 goal season.
and you're playing with Lane Hudson that gives you the puck,
Yeah.
right? Like all respect, because they also have a great defenseman, but
Yeah.
still.
And you'll have a winger in Demidov.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He needs. Demidov is missing line mates. That's what he's missing.
Imagine Demidov with a real center. How many points is he going to do?
Maybe Nico could be the answer.
Yeah.
All right, guys, if you're digging what we're doing here, drop us a line in the comments or chat if you're watching us live. We are live every Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And hey, don't keep this to yourself. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your grandma.
Never forget the grandma.
You need the nanas. All right, guys, let's hit the last last topic of the night.
Benoit says we didn't find the right partner for Hudson.
What do you guys think?
We did. It's just that he's not playing on the right
He's on the wrong side.
On the wrong side. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep saying it. Dobson is a good fit for him, and Gooley is a good fit for him. But he's always on the wrong side. But it is. I don't like him playing with Struble. I hate it. You guys like Struble and Hudson?
No.
You ain't gonna put Struble on the left, so might as well put Hudson, right?
Yeah.
You barely trust the guy. You're gonna go switch, right? That's not gonna happen.
No.
All right, our last topic of the night. It's getting a little late. How did Montreal's front office execute a 4-year rebuild while most teams get stuck in mediocrity? Everyone is looking at the Canadiens' 4-year rebuild and dreaming they can do the same. But the truth is, what Gordon Hughes pulled off is a once-in-a-lifetime masterstroke. Let's break down the 4 signs that show this front office is operating on a completely different level. Number 1, 0 whiffs on high draft picks. Unlike other teams, Montreal hasn't wasted a single top 10 pick in this entire 4-year window. Do you guys agree?
Mm-hmm.
Every pick they traded, they got good value for it, no?
Mm-hmm.
Or they traded for a first round. They got a player, and they retraded that player for another first round.
Yeah.
You know, so like they maximize on, and then
smart moves.
Yeah, very smart moves.
Not like the Leafs. Who gave up all their picks.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
You never know. This new management seems to be top.
I don't
top
know
of
where
the top.
They better get a magician, David Copperfield, to go fight some picks for them because they ain't got any in their baskets.
If they're looking, if reports are right, it looks like they spoke to Matthews on a Zoom call, and things are looking good, which I don't believe is the case. It's all smokes and mirrors with these guys.
They're scheduled to win the Stanley Cup
They
by
still think-
47.
They still think that making the pick for the first overall pick is going to save their season. They got it coming. If they're
I
planning,
heard they're open.
Huh?
I heard they're open to trading for the first round pick.
I think they should trade. If Matthews and Nylander they're deciding to keep him, they should definitely trade that first round pick and build. They need defense. They need goaltending.
Yeah.
Where's
They have no
Matthews
depth.
going to go, you think?
Or if they're planning to keep him there,
I keep him there, okay.
Yeah,
so that first round's getting you nowhere. That guy, he's not ready to be implemented into the lineup. Where are you gonna go?
You were talking about McKenna?
McKenna, yeah. He's not gonna be a ready NHL ready
I
next
would
year.
think, and I hope that Toronto would be stupid enough to trade him. I hope so, because it would be amazing. But it's not
But
going
they're
to
not
happen.
going to happen. No.
It's not going to happen.
They should get rid of Matthews and get something good for him.
We all know that the
That's
problem
what-
in
Oh,
Toronto.
damn.
No, do it. Look what the Bruins did
Yeah.
when they traded away. Who was it? Thornton.
Yeah.
And what did they
How's
get? Two first rounds and a second. Was it Thornton when it was the 2 first
Yeah.
rounds and the second
Yeah,
round?
yeah, yeah.
I think so.
It's like, now I'm gonna eat my own foot because all those picks that came back were all gone back. It was a Tyler Seguin that we gave back.
Yeah.
It was
But still, he was
Phil
there when
Kessel and
Yeah,
who's
yeah,
the
sure.
other guy?
Phil Kessel.
it was two first rounds and a second
goalie,
round and
Tuukka Rask. They got
Rask.
Rask.
yeah, from Toronto.
Yeah.
And Tuukka was the only guy that we kept, but we gave up all those first round picks. That's what Toronto needs to do. Give up Matthews, go get 2 first rounds and a second round.
Yeah.
Build up on Gavin.
Yeah.
Keep
But
Gavin.
that's
He's
the
your
problem.
future.
They don't want to
It's the
rebuild.
future.
That's the problem. They're
It's-
not willing. So
They don't
because
have a choice.
No,
Yeah,
look, they
exactly.
do. Because the corporate giant is controlling. If it was up to me, they would do the proper rebuild. But because they're not going that route, that's the only reason they got who they got to take the job over there.
Oh, you're talking about
yeah. Nobody else wanted the job. Whoever wanted the job wanted to rebuild. These guys were yes men, and this is why they're there.
But these clowns are not going to make a difference in Toronto.
No.
You think they're going to make a difference with what they have? They have no tools. They're trying to
They're
build a
gonna make
house.
it worse.
They're
But this
trying
is
to
why,
build a house.
if you want to at least get anywhere productive, because you're keeping Matthews and Nylander, at least trade the pick and try to get more assets to put into the team right away and get the team competitive within the next year. You're gonna have one bad year and then get competitive again.
I agree with your statement when you talk about like the big corp and everything. I agree, yes, but that would be a huge mistake. And the reason, do we agree? I mean, this is my opinion, but I'm asking you a question. Do we agree that the problem in Toronto was not Marner?
100%.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it obvious?
100%
Is it
agree.
obvious today?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Perfect.
But that's not what Toronto media is saying, because they keep
because they need
talking
to
about
boost.
him in the media now. Marner doesn't produce for Toronto. Look what he's doing now.
Yeah.
The problem with Toronto.
Yeah, but the problem is that they didn't get nowhere with a super strong core, which were Marner,
Nice.
Matthews, and Nylander. They did not get anywhere. Why would you keep these two guys to try to go somewhere when you did not get anywhere when the window was wide open and they were supposed to go to the Stanley Cup Finals? So right now you're looking at two guys that are top. They're very good players. I don't like them, but they're good players. What are you going to do? You're going to keep them and you're going to rebuild around the players that lost.
They're not rebuilding. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, but it's not, well, I mean, I agree. It's not a rebuild, but if ever you want to do something, if Toronto wants to do something, they need to build around McKenna and they need to get rid of the other two.
Yeah, because it has to be a bit more long term than just rebuilding around Matthews.
That's what they don't
Agreed.
want to do.
Yeah,
But
They want to retool and be competitive. So in order for them to do that, they need to trade that. If they want to build around McKenna, they need to get rid of Nylander. They need to get rid of
Definitely.
Matthews. They need to get rid of.
So what you're saying is the problem was Marner, because if you can replace
No, the problem was not Marner.
No, but if you can bring in someone to play with Matthews, because that's what they want to do. So give up McKenna, go get a guy that's going to play with Matthews and Nylander,
No.
bring you to the cup. But
they have no assets.
Oh.
I'm doing that when you interrupt.
you scared me now. I lost my train of thought. I'm scared now.
I didn't get the whistle. I'm so happy.
I'm so scared.
Oh, you didn't get it?
Oh my God, I
You
thought
didn't get it?
No,
I was a bad boy.
I was not whistled at, so I'm very happy about it.
Oh, okay.
it was my shock collar.
When people talk over, that's what I'm doing from now on.
No, because you were saying like let them rebuild. So give up their draft pick to work around Matthews and Nylander. Who are they going to go get? A super young core to work around these?
Let's backtrack. What I would do is they need to do a complete rebuild. They have Toronto has no assets.
Nothing.
Okay.
Right.
If you listen to the press conference that they had, okay, he said, "Oh, we have a lot of assets that we don't need to be real," but they have nobody. They kept trading everything away.
Yeah.
They have nothing to build on. So, in order for the team to get competitive and be competitive for many years, they need to break it all apart. But they don't want to do that because of the corporate giant, because of the money that the MLSE brings in. It's not something they want. So they're trying to blind the public to the actual truth. What I would do is get rid of Matthews, get rid of Nylander, get rid of what's his name there, the defenseman.
Nice?
Ma-
Riley.
No, Riley.
Riley.
Morgan Riley, yeah.
and start over. Okay, because if you're gonna use that draft pick and keep Matthews and Nylander, you still have too many holes on that team
Agreed.
in order to be competitive.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna keep Matthews and Nylander, I would get rid of that pick and try to get more assets to try to plug in where you're still missing holes to at least bring some more support to Matthews and Nylander, because
Aren't you leaving a lot more holes, though, getting rid of Matthews and Nylander?
No, I'm saying if you're keeping Matthews and Nylander, trade the pick and get NHL-ready roster players to put into the team. Because if you're keeping that player and you're going to put McKenna into the team next year, he's not NHL ready. He's going to be ready maybe 2-3 years. He might even go back to college next year. So what are you going to do? You keep the pick and then you're still going to have holes. Trade the pick to a team that will need him, that doesn't need him right away, and you get assets and start building on your team and do your retool that you want to do. I don't agree with the retool, but that's the route that Toronto's going by.
What about Tavares?
Take a bow, Tony. Take a bow.
They still have that guy, no?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Tavares,
The
yeah.
problem
Sorry,
is
wait. Manny wanted to say something.
Oh yeah,
he was asking me a
yeah,
question. That's the problem. They put all their money into 4 main players, and it affected them in their bottom 6, in their goaltending, and in their defense. The Tavares contract, as much as Tavares, he did a lot. It killed them.
But if you look at the trend that we have now, if you look at, as an example, you have Anaheim, which rebuild with young players, right? And they were there this year. Like, they did a good run. They went to the playoffs. They learned, and they are doing the exact same reset as Montreal.
They're going to come back stronger.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Montreal is also a team like that. So we feel like now with the trend is not going to get free agents and everything and rebuild your team as thinking you're going to be good. Toronto, right now, they have an opportunity to rebuild, and if ever they don't do this, that's my opinion. If ever they rebuild against Nylander and Matthews, we're good.
Oh,
We're good. I'm good. Because I'm going to see them suffer for the
The next
another
decade.
Exactly. I prefer building around a young player that is promising, and then you say, okay, you get rid of the 2, you rebuild, and then you have a strong team.
Guys,
but then again, I don't want them to be strong, so let them keep like Matthews, and I want them to stay with them because they're not going to go anywhere.
As much as I hate the Leafs, we need the Leafs to be a competitive team. It's the healthiest thing for the league. So
for the business of the league.
Yeah,
and just for
business,
everything,
yeah.
we need
Business.
them as a competitive team. So this is why I don't understand why they can't take a hit and be crap for the next 2-3 years and completely take it apart and do it right. And then they'll be as competitive for many years to come. It didn't work out. The previous management messed everything all up. They fucked it up, and now they're in a hole. And now they want to tape it up and put band-aids on it, and hopefully that they can fix it. It's not. They're not going to fix it.
But 3
Because
years,
3 years from now, they're going to be in the same place again.
But a few years ago, when Toronto was favored, like they had the team on the ice.
Yeah,
the team was on the ice.
Yeah.
It's
Like
on
paper,
paper.
it looked like they had a
they
team.
were forward heavy. They had no defense.
I mean, like the team was on the ice. They were supposed to perform, and they had the players. They had the power play. They had everything going on for them. Like, they blame management, but if you look on paper, you look at the team, you're like, okay, we're geared up. They just did not deliver because Austin Matthews is not the guy that will lead the team to get to the Stanley Cup. And you have the great example because they got rid of Marner. And look at what Marner is doing right now with Vegas, which is absolutely insane, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now you're saying, okay, where's the problem? Where's the problem? I don't know, and I'm happy about it. You know what?
I don't think it's only
I'm sure Marner's
I don't
happy
think it's
too.
only Matthews and Marner the problem. As much as they weren't producing in the playoffs, the holes that they had
Management.
in the rest of the team affected the way they played as a whole. People are just blaming them because they were the face of the team.
But you're supposed to be the face of it. You're supposed
Yes,
to
I
be
know
the
that.
ones that are on a score sheet.
I know that, but
Right.
they didn't. They were the favorite to win those 3 years ago
Yeah.
in the playoff.
Yeah.
But they went into the playoff as a forward-heavy team where they would try to outscore their teams, but they had a lot of holes defensively,
Yeah.
and they had no
And one of them
goaltending.
was
No
Anderson,
goaltending.
the goalie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anderson the goalie on top of that.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly.
So the holes weren't talked about because the concentration was always on those 4 main players.
Guys, just a little reminder: we're checking Habs, not checking Toronto. So
Yeah, we talk about hockey.
Trash in Toronto.
15 minutes talking about Toronto. And remember, my question was about Montreal build-up. Rebuild.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, let's move on.
Sometimes. Benoit, Etier, yeah.
Yeah, it was. You want to do it, Manny?
No, go ahead.
Benoit Etier, the secret for the rebuild is the shared vision of the triumphant formed by Gorton, Hughes, and St. Louis. IQ, character, speed. Triumvirate. Yeah. Is triumphant? I don't know. Do you guys know what that term is?
No.
Sorry, Benoit. I didn't know what that triumvirate is. I guess it's the Illuminati with Gorton, Hughes, and St. Louis. IQ, character, and speed.
Yeah, he's right. IQ character.
Maybe trying to say trifecta.
I mean, if we're going back to this, I just want to bring something up there because I understand that Gorton and Hughes did a good job, right? But when they walked in, they already had like a core, right?
And the Bergevin era.
We agree, like we had Caulfield and we had Suzuki. They were already there. Gooley was there. So they came in with a core that was already in place. And of course,
they had a foundation to build on. Yeah.
Exactly. You know, it's not like you started up with nothing. They started up with something. They had some players, they had promising players, and now they're getting the credit, and they deserve the credit because they were able. We've seen so many teams destroy their team because they did so many bad moves. Obviously, they did good moves, right? They were able to surround these players with more skilled players. Obviously, Demidov, and we're talking about Hudson, Dobson. They were able to go get.
But who did the contracts? Cole Caulfield was Hughes.
Yeah.
Was Suzuki's contract with Hughes?
No, because Caulfield played in the Stanley Cup playoffs, so he was already playing with the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah, but the contract they had,
the only contract that was done by the previous was Suzuki. Everything else was done by the Hughes administration. So Caulfield,
Cole Caulfield's current contract was under Hughes. Yeah,
I totally agree with you, but if ever you're the GM and you have Caulfield and Suzuki and the other ones, is it hard to sign these guys?
No, but they got good contracts. We're not overpaying. I don't find we're overpaying for them. So we got good, decent contracts. Bergevin probably would have fucking gave him the moon.
Yeah, I agree. Like, let's say the Gallagher contract was, but if you look at the outcome, they signed, like the first one that was signed was Suzuki, right? Out of the whole pack.
No, Bergevin signed Suzuki.
Yeah.
Bergevin
gave him the 7 point.
The 7 point. So
everyone else, it was from
so Hughes and Gordon, they said, okay, this is the top player, right? So now we need to gear it up around this salary, and now they have to sign Demidov. Now my question to you is, do we sign Demidov at $9 million?
Oof.
Does he deserve $9 million? If ever he plays elsewhere, he would get $9 million.
Hudson deserved 10.
Exactly. So it's a tricky question, right? Do they want to leave money on the table to play with a team that has a chance, that has a shot for the next 2, 3, maybe 5 years? In the next 5 years, we know the window is open for Montreal.
Well, there's a good chance that these players are going to leave money on the table because the last 3 players who signed left money on the table, right? Except for Dobson, because he was acquired on the off season as an unrestricted. He was going to be unrestricted.
Yeah.
Or he was restricted. So you pay for these players on the off season, right? Because or else any other player, I wouldn't pay Dobson $9 million like that. But he got his money. But he's the only one. He's the exception, right?
All right. Did I finish my list?
No.
I didn't even get through the.
Go.
I passed the first one. Number 2, the Master Stroke trades for Dobson and Newhook, trading for established young talent instead of hoarding picks, accelerated the window by years. So, do you agree Dobson and Newhook were great acquisitions by this administration?
By far.
Number 3, finding diamonds in the rough in later rounds, landing Lane Hudson as 62nd overall will go down as one of the biggest steals of the decade. I think we all agree on that.
Genius.
Right?
Yeah, I don't think it was a diamond in the rough, though. I think just players were scared
Well, he was a big risk because of his size. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's why he was 62nd overall.
Yeah, he was
if he was 6 foot. If he was 6'1", I think he would have been picked.
If he was 6'2", 205, he would have definitely been a.
With this skill. Imagine. Can you believe it?
I don't see him having the speed.
No, I agree with you.
The quick left-right movement that he has, that's what I love about Hudson. And that's what brings his game to another level versus his opponents, because his opponents can't chase a dog moving left and right that quick. It's insane.
And he's unpredictable.
He's so unpredictable.
Yeah, you cannot. Yeah.
If you would redo the draft today, who would go number 1?
Knowing what you...
Hudson, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean,
if knowing how they play, if you do the draft today, knowing what they are,
but then we wouldn't have gotten Slav. So you got to look.
No, but Slav could have. I'm just saying, we wouldn't have gotten Slav. But I'm just saying, Looking at the players now, Cooley.
I would have picked Shane Wright.
Shane Wright.
Exactly.
Who was the kid?
Brian, where's your cricket?
Oh my God,
Exactly.
Was that the kid they were?
Exactly.
Who was the kid that they were supposed to take first overall, and then they fucked him and they went with
Shane
somebody
Wright.
else?
Yeah,
It was
Shane
Shane Wright. It was Shane Wright. That was the kid.
That's why we're saying
What
that.
happened with that kid? No career.
He plays, but he's not
He's a Kraken, no?
Yeah, he's a
Kraken?
Kraken. Yeah.
He's not.
Yeah.
He's a
not great.
crackhead. He's a Kraken.
No, but taking Slav, if you look at it today, was a good move. But if ever we go to your question, obviously, it's obvious. Like, first of all, like Lane Hudson, if he made history right now, today, Larry Robinson played 30 years ago, 40 years
It
ago.
was a different game.
Imagine today making what he does today in this hockey. That's outstanding.
Yes, exactly.
Because back in the days, the goalies, they were not.
No.
Not like what they
No,
are today.
They were stand-up goalies.
Exactly. It was a
no
pull in the
butterfly.
middle of the
I
net.
totally
Yeah.
agree, Tony. First round. First pick.
Yeah.
Even with Schaefer, like just reset the whole league. Who's your number one? I would Hudson.
Yeah.
He's the guy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's a good point,
Over
too.
Schaefer. Just look at it that way. If you had to reset every single player, they all go back in
You
the
would
pool.
pick him over
No, but
Schaefer?
I'm talking about
no.
but I'm talking about for that year, right?
The year. Just for this year. If you had to redo it, who would you restart it? I would take definitely Hudson. First year. First pick
Over
overall.
Schaefer.
Over
Schaefer was in the same year.
No, but okay, that year.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
Yeah,
No, but I'm saying hypothetically, even this year as a
Logan Cooley
defenseman.
was that year, right?
Logan, yeah, but because if you go that year, I don't think was there a better defenseman than
No,
Hudson?
but I'm talking overall.
Overall pick, even forwards and everything.
Yeah, everyone
Oh, okay.
overall. I'm saying overall, Slavkovsky went number one, right?
Yeah.
And Shane Wright was the overall
Yeah, it
number
was
one
the number
consensus.
one. Yeah.
But now, after so many years, after all the players, who should have gone number one? Hudson. I think
Hudson.
knowing how they evolved, Hudson should have been number one. Sure.
But it's always
It
easier
was
to say after.
2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always easy to say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Who were those
How
guys
many-
before? And
How many people bust? Would you pick the Yakupov number one?
Oh my
No.
God.
You see?
The Oilers back to back to
Yeah.
back to back. They were supposed to win the Stanley Cup how many years? And then
rinse and repeat, the
Yeah.
same story.
yeah, but they got McDavid after how many picks?
Finally, yeah.
Like at one point, Yeah.
Yeah.
But they have the same problem as Toronto. They have no defense and no goaltending.
and they're paying two players like the big money.
Took a pay cut to give them a chance, and he's gone. After next season, he's gone.
Vegas, you think? He's going west.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, he's not. I can't see him in an East Coast team. So they're
Which
going
I
to go
would-
Vegas, Colorado. Imagine in Colorado.
I would see him in the red, white, and
He doesn't fit in
New Jersey,
Colorado.
but-
I can't recognize
It's
a
not-
single defenseman.
But it's not going to happen. What are you going to give? What is the team that's going to acquire McDavid? What do they have to give?
Well, it
in
all
order?
depends if you're.
You're going to empty your team just to go get
Yeah,
one
That's
guy?
the thing, right? Yeah. Like if you want him in Montreal, you're going to be losing a lot.
Like people want to have like McDavid in Montreal, but they want to give a second round pick.
Yeah.
and, like
No,
the
two
third
first
defenseman
rounds
in
for sure.
Rocket. Yeah,
you have to give up
so
a prospect, a goalie, and a roster player.
Yeah, at least a Suzuki. You're looking at someone big. They're not going to be like, okay, we'll take a few. No,
Trade Michael H. Trade Michael H.
Oh yeah, hold on here.
Never.
Michael H. Like, come on.
no.
Huh?
We're
never.
talking about if ever you want to go get like McDavid, you have to go with the like Demidov, like Hudson,
Yeah.
Suzuki. You got to
Suzuki.
Yeah.
No, in addition to whatever I'm saying.
plus,
in
plus
addition, the
Suzuki.
plus,
Yes,
yes,
I
I
was
agree.
starting.
Yeah,
Michael
yeah,
H.
yeah, yeah.
Two first round draft
Yeah,
picks.
you need round
a
picks. You
goalie,
need top elite
Suzuki.
player,
and
then you need-
another roster player for sure.
Too many people talking at the same time. Guys, I'm calling that stuff, all right? I'm calling that stuff out. We once did a Chat GPT live. We go, what would it cost to get the McDavid? And it was like half the team.
Yeah,
and plus,
exactly.
and plus first round picks, second round picks, and
Yeah.
third round picks. And-
Exactly. So
Yeah.
all right, let me hit the last one, guys. Number 4, hiring a Pee-wee coach was actually a genius. Taking a gamble on Martin St-Louis gave the team a fearless, modern voice that players love. So these are 4 key factors that helped Montreal speed up their rebuild. You guys agree?
Yeah.
I have an opinion on this.
For Martin St-Louis?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I think that first of all, when he was nominated, I was against it. To be quite honest.
When he was hired, you mean? When he was hired?
Yeah.
He was hired?
Like
Okay.
hired, yeah. And yeah, it was not a nomination, but he was hired. Yeah, I agree. And we agreed that it's not the first hockey player that played in the NHL that was hired as a head coach, right? We had like Larry Robinson, we had Brenda Moore, Wayne Gretzky, like naming Patrick Roy. You have
Patrick Roy was different though.
Greg
He went in-
Birube. But Patrick Roy was still, you know.
Yeah, but he did his two dues in the minors, and he
Yes,
won.
Agreed. It's just that for some reason, and like Martin St. Louis was able to adjust through the years in order to understand what was happening on the ice and in the room, and he was able to blend everything. His adjustment was just insane. And today,
You have to understand that's his whole career was adjusting.
agreed, as a player, undrafted, winning the scoring title, Stanley Cup, he's a winner, obviously.
And he knows how to win.
Exactly. And he relies. And you know what? When you see him on the ice with the guys, the way he coaches is different from the others. He has another vision. He has another way of putting things on the ice. So
I think the players listen to him because he's been there. They listen.
Exactly.
He's done it.
He's highly respected.
Yeah,
because of what he accomplished.
He's a humble person,
Definitely.
but people listen to him
But
because he's not the biggest guy, and he had so much adversity against him his whole career. So when people are looking at him, they're like, "Well, fuck, if you can do it, why can't we?"
Exactly.
So there's no excuse for us.
Yeah.
He did it, and look at his size. We better listen to him.
Yeah.
I mean, Torch said it. I mean, Torch said it. He was annoying as fuck in the room because he would just ask so many questions.
Exactly.
Isn't that a great example of a guy who wants to know everything about the game and
That's a guy who's
wants to
driven.
understand?
That's a guy who's driven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think the main reason they hired St. Louis in the beginning was because they thought he was going to be the perfect coach, coach-wise, like he knew how to coach. I think it was more what they knew they were rebuilding, and they needed somebody that he's going to learn. But what they were looking at as the main aspects or about what he brought is that he can relate to the players, and he's able to help grow the players into where they needed to be. And then when they got to where they needed to be, if he wasn't the right fit, they would have made the change now. But he evolved with the team, and he became a great coach.
He adjusted.
He adjusted too.
He adjusted through the years, and he evolved with the team, and he evolved as a coach.
Yeah.
And now he's, like the people are praising him, saying like he's a really good coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I would not like to be a player when he's not happy about what I'm doing, because when he's pissed, you see it right away.
Yeah.
You see it right away in his eyes, like this fire is like he must be a real pain when he's not happy. That's for sure.
Well, that's how he was as a player too. He used to get
Exactly.
frustrated. He used to be yelling, screaming behind the bench.
Mm-hmm.
He was that type of player too.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to call it a night.
Mm-hmm.
Benoit, thank you, guys. Great conversation as usual. Go Habs, go. Thank you, Benoit.
Thanks, Ben.
And thanks for
Ben.
joining us tonight. Thank you so much for watching and sharing your thoughts with the chat. We invite you all to join us again next Thursday at 8:30 for another lively Habs conversation. Until then, stay passionate and keep the love for the game alive.
Hey, Chris is on. You have another chat up there. What's happening? There's a Randy Broncos.
Somebody else says hi.
Yeah.
Hey, Randy Brown, you're late, man. We're closing up shop here. Habs losing the last game in the fashion can help management to find the exact type of replacement. What the fuck? Finished. Yeah, bro, 8:30. And we spoke about the adjustments and what they have to do in the off season.
Tune in.
You're gonna have to rewind, watch it from the beginning, bud.
Don't forget to share.
Yeah. You could skip over when Tony's talking, though.
Sorry, Randy, we gotta go. But guys, whoever's still on, we're gonna switch on to Checkin Ringside. We're gonna talk about UFC MMA if you want to join us. All right. Next week, still a show, I guess so. I don't think the Habs are gonna be playing next week. So yeah, we're gonna be back next Thursday.
Let's go.
All right. Good night, guys.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.